Hi, Shannon Shepard is sitting down here at Atlantic 10 Media Day. I'm with Andy Katz, ESPN college basketball senior writer. And Andy, all the buzz at St. Bonaventure and Ole, New York right now is around Andrew Nicholson. So, what is your point of view, your take on this player?
Well, he sort of came out of nowhere, and St. Bonaventure's been really fortunate, to sort of get a player like that. And I think that's kind of what they needed to break through. They've been sort of mired a little in mediocrity for a little bit of a span, and they needed someone to sort of help elevate their program. And getting Nicholson, seeing him develop to now where he's a preseason Wood All-American, one of the best players, I think you could argue, in the country at his position, and certainly a contender for Player of the Year in the A-10, it allows them to be in position for a possible NCAA tournament berth if they take care of business in the non-conference and in the conference, and to be appropriately picked in the top 5 in the A-10.
Now today at Atlantic 10 Media Day, the preseason poll came out officially, and St. Bonaventure sitting in that 4th spot. Do you think that's a deserved spot? Do you think Bonaventure has what it takes, to finish in this top 5? This pretty competitive conference this year.
I do, because they're a senior or upperclassman-led team, and obviously Nicholson is the anchor, and a lot of teams don't have a player like that, a big man like that. But I think it's also relative to the league that Xavier's clearly the best, but then after that, it's wide open. So you really could have made a lot of different choices beyond below Xavier. And I think St. Bonaventure is a legitimate choice in that top 5, and now it's going to be different for them because now they're in a position where there's going to be an expectation. A year ago they were a bit of a sleeper and sort of seeing how high they're going to rise. Now people are going to be expecting them to be one of the top 5 teams in the league.
And finally, you get a good look at pretty much all the teams in the country. Today we're focusing a lot on the Atlantic 10 teams, but what does St. Bonaventure have to bring, to compete with these other teams across the country? We talk about the NCAA tournament. What's it going to take for them to step up and reach that next level of competitive play?
Consistency. And their schedule is challenging out of conference. They've got good names on there. Most of them are on the road or certainly out of Olean, playing NC State, Illinois. These are schools that are shuffling a little bit, that aren't elite and sound good. They got good names. I think by the end of the season, both those schools will be pretty good. But it's being consistent in the non-conference and then living up to the expectation in the conference and legitimately being one of the top 5 teams in this league. And if they do that, as history has shown recently, that means usually you're in position to at least be a bowl team at the very least.
Great, thank you so much, Andy Katz, for sitting down with us. Make sure you stay tuned to AndrewNicholson44.com all season for complete coverage on number 44.